Okay, we're in Glencoe Pre-Algebra. We're doing section 13.1, and we're just going to go over the first example in 13.1 about measures of central tendency. Okay, so this is in the statistics and probability unit, trying to analyze numbers and see what kind of conclusions we can get from those. So in example one, it says measures of central tendency. When you have a data set meaning a bunch of numbers, it is often helpful to use measures of central tendency to describe the center of the data. And it has three different types of central tendency measures. Okay, so we have the mean, median, and mode. The mean is sometimes called the average, right? So you add up all the data, all the numbers, and you divide by the number of items in that data set. The median is the middle number in the data ordered from least to greatest. So that means you take all your numbers, you order them from smallest to biggest, and then you find the exact middle number. Okay. And if you're in between two of the numbers, then you just take half between them. Oh, and we can take a look at that later. The mode is the number of numbers that occur the most often. So you list out all your numbers and you find which one is the repeated one, is the one that exists the most in your data. Okay, so let's take a look at our first example here. Okay, this says find the mean, median, and mode of the data in the table. And it's referring to the House of Representatives. So these are the number of representatives for these various states. Okay, uh, so the mean would be the total number of representatives. So we're going to add up all these numbers and divide by the number of states. We divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll divide it by 10. And that's exactly what's going on here. So 53 is the number from California. 25 is the number from Florida, so on and so forth until we get to 32, which is Texas, and we divide that by 10. Okay, and divide that. You can probably do that in your head. Just move the decimal place over once. When you divide by 10, you get 23.6. That means the mean is 23.6, or the average. And if you take a look at your numbers, 23.6 is kind of like in the middle. California has a bunch. Has the lowest here. We got 13 for New Jersey and North Carolina. Um, we got 32, 25, and so 23.6 kind of exists in the middle between all those numbers. Okay. Now the median is the order of the numbers from least to greatest. So now you take all of your numbers here, all these numbers, they're all out of order, but now we put them into order. Okay, so that, and then we look what's right in the middle. So in this case, now this one's a little tricky. So I'll get my other pen here. We start on both ends. Okay, and we see that we got 1353, we move in once, 1332, move in again, 1529, 1825, 19, and 19. And we move again, we're going to collide in the middle. There's no number right there. So our median is 19. Okay. Now, if this is a different number, we have 18 and 19, we'd have to say 18.5 because that's right in the middle. Since this is the same number, we don't have to find out what's the 0.5 in between there, what's the average, what's the exact middle between these two numbers. We know it's just 19. Now, this example says 19 plus 19 divided by 2 equals 19. Pretty obvious, but it's telling you the method by which you find the average between these two numbers. Because these two numbers aren't always the same, and they're not always whole numbers, right? This could be 17.5, and this is 19. And you think, well, what's exactly between 17.5 and 19? I don't know. Well, you add them together and divide by 2. Okay, and you find out what's exactly in between. You're essentially calculating the average or the mean of two numbers. That's all it is. Okay? So 19 then is the median. The mode is both 13 and 19. So sometimes the data set will have more than one mode because in this case, 13 and 19 appear twice. We see we have two 13s, two 19s. Every other number is just a single number by itself. So 13 and 19 are the mode. Now, if this was 12, we'd have two 19s and only one 13, in which case the mode would be 19. Okay, so that's just a couple different examples how that might go. Okay, so that's it for example number one. We're going to do the last half of 13.1 next time.